The
Targeting the
people.
police means that in
I
certain
don't even think this
communities,
is
It
a
does.
movie.
say for example, we
And
have
we're in it
$1 million
too.
allocated
Yeah.
to our police force. Now, what is that money being used for? Some of that money
Oh, I
is
see
being
it.
allocated towards riot shields, right? Pepper spray, right? That kind of thing.
You
That's
watching it?
only used against the people that
I'm
fund
walking to it.
this budget, right? So why would the people want to supply the police with the means to oppress them? If the police are
Oh,
concerned
you're in
about
the
the
game?
situation in certain communities
Yeah.
with a higher crime rate, well, higher crime rates tend to happen in
No,
communities
hi.
where
Stop. I'm not gonna
there's
watch it.
not employment
What's up?
opportunities,
I'm not
right?
gonna read your comments
To
because
service it,
I'm
and
watching a
people are
movie.
going to
I
do
don't
what
even
they
think this is a
can
good movie. I
to
don't
take
even
care of
notice this
themselves
is a
and their
movie.
families. When the
Hi.
community has more opportunities for employment, more opportunities for upward
I got two
mobility,
people watching
then they
already.
tend to be a less of a strain on the government. They tend to have a lower crime rate, and because of that,
That's the
we'll have
best
less
idea
need for
ever.
police in those communities.
You are passionate about so many different things
Mhm.
in terms of making sure that we are
What's
holding
this
our
video?
leaders accountable. Talk to me
Where's
about
my
some of the other
thingy?
projects that you're working on.
Well, right now, obviously, being a part of More Than a Vote is essential. We're
Bye.
dealing with primaries in this country right now, and we just want to educate people. We want to inform people because people are tired, they're
What the
angry,
fuck was
they're
my thingy?
concerned, and they want information and they want action. And so we want to make sure that we give them the right
I'm gonna mute
information
my mic
and
so I
lead them
could,
in the right
so you guys
direction.
could
And we
listen.
thank the people that
Hey,
do
Jasmine.
solidify us for stand us right now because it's very
Yeah,
important
I'm eating
that
popcorn. It's
people
gonna
who
crunch.
aren't black be involved. Because if black people could have gotten rid of racism, we would have done it hundreds of years ago. And so
All right.
I'm trying to use my voice and platform just to let people know that if they feel like I do, there's a number of places they can go to enact change in their community. People need to know about how their city council runs. They need to know that they have the ability to speak when city council meets, to let them know that that's not the way that they feel their city needs to be run. Those are not the places that they feel the money of their
And Bud,
community needs to be allocated.
and Bubby, even a step further, they can run for office in their local community. They can run for positions. Like people act like they leave it up to somebody else. If you're upset, it's not hard to get on the school board. It's not hard to be a part of the city council. It really isn't. And depending on how small your town is, you could be a mayor. It's the power is with the people, and we need to just know that that's happening.
Absolutely. And it's always been with the people. You know, if you look at Trayvon Martin's mother, Sabrina Fulton, right?
I
She served
accidentally
as the
deleted
system
Jasmine's
of
comment by
racism. The
accident,
system
trying to,
that led to her son's death.
trying,
What did she do?
I
On
was
She
my
ran for
trying,
phone,
city council and she was elected to
is
city
my
council.
phone
Her
is
own
it
mother,
doesn't
former
set your
president,
streaming
voted
though.
for Barack Obama,
I
right? So
accidentally
every
deleted
Virginia
it. All
individual
I'm
had
trying
that
to
position,
do
ran for an elected
is
position, became senator, ran for
go on her
another elected
username
position, and became
and
president
try
of
to
the United
subscribe to
States.
her
So
because
don't think that you can't make a difference. You know what I'm
I
saying? You
didn't
Wait, can
because
don't
you
it didn't
need
show
a
her.
lot of money. You don't need a lot of
I
power. Your
on one of
voice
your
is enough
streams
to
I
make a
said
difference.
something, whatever.
Amen. I feel like I need to go out and
Wait,
run for something. You gave me a
Who are you?
rousing speech
Shut.
there, sir.
Stop.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this.
You're being
When
ridiculous
I
right now.
talk to my brothers, I have to ask you, as a black man, how are you
I really
doing?
wish
Are
I'm
you
not
okay?
I'm
watching
good.
this. My
I'm good.
cousin,
I
he is
have a
being
very
annoying
strong
to me right
relationship
now.
with God, so prayer definitely works for me. I have children and grandchildren who are watching me, who are encouraged by what I do, and they're proud of me right now, you know, and that's really what matters, you know. The change starts at home, you
Well,
know, so as long as you have a support system that believes in what
Jesus.
you're doing and supports you in what you're doing, you have everything
yo,
you
I
need to go
can't.
out there and fight the good fight.
I
And
can't
for those
subscribe
that
to
don't,
her.
there's a community of people here to help you. So you can go to places like morethanavote.org. There are many different places that will encourage you, inform you, and they will put you with groups of people that feel like you, that are ready to go about this alone if they want to do it.
And we're stronger together. People have been saying it, but that has much more meaning now that we are in our
You
movement
know
in
what's
just
funny?
this moment. Bumby, it
What?
has been an education.
My
It is a
skin is
pleasure.
black.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Keep fighting,
I
brother.
love her.
Keep up the good fight.
What earth is over?
So our next guest, I have to admit, I'm a fan, but there are so many different people that we could talk to, and I thought it was so imperative that we speak with her. You know her as Molly on the huge, successful show Insecure, HBO's Insecure. She also has a comedy special highlighting her Nigerian roots, and she's an amazing podcaster. Let's welcome in Yvonne Orji, everyone. You have such a beautiful way of making things funny, giving us our medicine with some candy, right? The humor and the healing. You bring all of that to your space.
Why are you
And right
guys even
now,
watching this? Did
with the
you
way
just
across
want
this
to,
country and how
like,
everything is
watch
so
it?
broken and so
You said
upset,
what?
it's not social injustice, it's the
Why'd you
pandemic,
decide
it's
to watch
inflation,
this?
it's unemployment,
I
groceries
don't
over
know.
one. How are you doing?
You just like this, I'm gonna watch it.
Mhm.
You know, I'm rediscovering self in a way that is hard but necessary. That will lead to ultimate joy. I know it sounds like a lot, but no, I think I personally think that God put all of us on a global timeout. Like we just, America hasn't done as good as other people when it comes to timeouts because everyone else is out
I
playing
don't even think
recess,
this is a
and
movie.
we're still in the principal's office
No,
and
it's just
wishing
like
things would
a,
come out. But I think that
Damn, I
yeah.
got
we
a
need to
subscriber
take
on my
a,
viewer
take a
channel
time out
already.
and really learn the lesson that we're supposed to learn from this
I
thing
don't
that I
know.
think will emerge
It
better.
doesn't say you're
We'll learn how to
streaming.
play
Like,
well with
let me
others
just like restart
in more
YouTube.
ways than one.
Mhm.
And so personally for me, I'm taking this time to learn me in a new way. I feel like I'm being ushered into a new
Oh yeah,
season,
now it is.
and I'm getting still because sometimes the busy,
Okay, so can I, if I say something, and then you click on my
the
name,
work
can you like
that we're
subscribe to it
supposed
or
to actually
something?
be doing. You know, we're
I
busy
could
doing so
try.
much stuff, but we got work that we need to do
Okay.
on the inside. And I'm leaning into it. I'm like, dang, I able to rest like everybody else. And God's like, nah, we got work to do.
There.
You know what? And I think that's what everybody is saying about 2020. It's
Yeah,
demanding
it won't let
better and
me.
better. And you said it's a global timeout.
The heck?
Sit down, be humble, to quote the great prophet Kendrick Lamar.
Cypher space underscore.
But like, no, seriously, sit down and let's reevaluate some things. Let us unearth and shake up the things that we have been trying to
No, if you
hide
search it up, it's
within
just
ourselves and
gonna
our
search
nation. I think
a
Cypher
bunch
America
of
is
Cypher
TK.
going
2K.
through an unraveling right now, a much needed, a much necessary one, and I think all eyes on us, right? There is no, oh, I was on the subway for an hour, so I didn't miss that thing that happened. No, everybody was home. Everybody, was watching when George Floyd died, and everybody, no one could hide it. Everyone was watching when Amy Cooper called the cops. Like, this is a time where it's like, oh, we
Turn it
can't
off.
pretend it away. We can't excuse it away. No, 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 no. It's a global timeout. Sit down, watch, and let's learn. And globally, it's like, hey, we were going business as usual, but it ain't usual no more. Like that's old. Anytime change occurs, it's very uncomfortable. And so right now we're
Oh,
sitting
that's
with
weird.
we're getting we're getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. The minorities, we've been
That's
comfortable with
weird.
the uncomfortable because
What
that to
happened?
me explains just the
Like,
existence for so
if you
long. They
fly,
thought we'd break into a
like if you
computer
pull your
system
glider
and
out
that's how we
and you
find
like
ourselves
fly
again.
into the into the screen,
And that's
you
alone
go
enough.
right through it.
When you look at and we talk
Oh.
about this global timeout,
Yeah,
everybody
because
had
it's
to pay attention to
holographic.
Amy Cooper. Everyone had to pay attention to George Floyd. How is that helping us as a people, as a
I'm
country?
gonna try landing on it.
I think, well, one, we're not minorities. Carrie, you already know it. It's like these labels that they put on us. It's like the same way of saying like black on black violence. Also, there's no white on
I
white
literally
violence.
could see
It's
you.
branded, right? It's all branded. You're right. It's like white people kill white people every single day. So no, there is no black on black violence. And if you say
Wait,
black
I'm
on
gonna go
black
to the
violence, well,
top
let's
and
brand white
then
on white violence. Like
you look
I watch Investigation
where
Discovery.
I am. Okay.
Ain't you in the them features? So I just even like
I can't
to answer
subscribe
your
to any of you
question,
guys.
what does that do? I think what everyone expected is what has happened in the
Dang.
past when the world was still open, right? In that,
I mean, if
okay,
you guys
you
subscribe
had
to me, I guess it will show up a notification. I could try to
Trayvon Martin,
subscribe to
to
you.
Cecilia, to Sandra Bland, to
I did
all
subscribe to
these
you already.
lives lost,
Like true friend,
and
okay.
black people made some noise.
It didn't show me your
We rioted.
notification that you subscribed to me.
We got out in the street.
Hold on, I'm gonna
We
check again.
stopped the
Oh,
Black
I
Lives Matter
did.
movement. All of those things.
Let
And
me
then
let
after
me
people kind of just like, oh, let's give them something,
see.
and then
Let
it's
me
just
check.
like, is it over? It's like Oscar's so black. Okay, good. We gave some Oscars. Are we good now? Like, are we even? And it's now it's just like, oh no 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 no. This is not about like a bandit. It's like, yo, we might have to amputate the leg a little bit, but it's all right because we gonna by amputating the leg, we gonna save the body. And so I
Yeah, it
think
says I'm
that's what's
subscribed.
happening now. Like America is realizing, like, oh, y'all not just making a little bit of noise. Like the protests are
I'm
still out.
finally subscribed to
The
you.
conversations are still being had. The change
You
is still
subscribe
being
to me?
demanded. And
Mhm.
I think they're seeing.
Let me check.
Oh, this is not going well.
way. And no, it's not, because we need systematic change.
Oh my.
What a beautiful way to explore what is happening and describe our
You're
country. We might
actually.
have to amputate the
It
legs
says
of
one
Justice Sotomayor,
subscriber.
but
Let's go.
that's what's happening right
And
now.
that one subscriber is my friend.
And
Let's
to that
go.
end, I have to ask
Best
Alex, because
subscriber
the way
time
that
of
we
my
do that,
life.
we use
He was
our
very
voice. And
famous.
our voice
No,
right
not
now
very
in this
famous,
world,
but
in
kind
this
of,
country,
a
is
little bit.
vote. And everyone
Barely.
talks about voting. We don't know what it
1%
is, but
popularity
I never
after
leave
Vegas.
that it's not just about voting every 4 years for the man in
I'm
office.
trying to,
yeah,
I'm trying to
that's
watch
a.
it.
Elections. It's about the mayor. It is
I'm
about
trying to find a
the
video that
determining
Jasmine
people who have
commented
power
on.
to bring charges against police
So
and police
subscribe to
brutality is an
her.
issue in your
That
community.
has
If
already
you
been
care about your
posted.
school district, you can run for the school board. I ask this of you, right? Your parents
Yeah,
from
I'm on the top.
you
I'm
are
just,
Nigerian. You talk about that
you
very
know,
lovingly. What does voting
spinning.
mean for you?
You know, I
I
think voting
literally
is power.
cannot
I
find
remember, you know,
a
everything was
video that
about
Jasmine commented on.
back in the 90s, when, because I was still a minor, my mom naturalized, and so
I
we were
have
raised
not
under her.
seen a
And
video.
just even that power of like, we are American citizens,
No.
and all the access that we have,
Yeah, you can
being
just go right through the
one of those
screen.
accesses and those access to power being voting.
Do we have
It's
to
a
watch
big
this?
deal. It's a big deal because not only are we
We'll just
do we
do
have the
that by
opportunity
I
to
literally
vote,
Galaxy
can't
not only
find a
Skin.
that, but
single
now we
video
can be
that Jasmine
of the
subscribed
country. We can be of
commented
the
on.
system. We can be of the rules. We can be of what it actually affords. But I think going back to your earlier comment about just the setup of systems, I think we are done a disservice. Either it's schools or whatever it is, and I'm not putting teachers on blast. I think teachers do a phenomenal job, but for some reason, we do not, and give them all the reasons. I know too many parents who are like, I might, this child of mine, I do love them, but hey, who, where can I drop them off? And I do think that there's a disservice done because, again, when we talk about voting, to your point, we talk about every 4 years. It's important to vote for the presidency. We don't realize, like, oh, snap, we actually can vote
I'm
about,
gonna go
like, how
shower.
much our libraries get. It's like
Okay.
small things like that, but they make a
Yeah,
big
I need a
difference.
video that
When people
Jasmine
go to
commented on
suppression
so I
in
could
this
subscribe to
country,
her.
what does it look like for you?
It's
Okay.
the systems. When we talk about voter suppression, we also talk about systematic racism, right? It's all the systems that set
Let's
up.
go.
We have normalized, okay, maybe your job will give you a half day, or maybe, you'll be able to get this luxury. It shouldn't be a luxury, it should be built into the system, it
This
should be
is
built
my
into the fabric
second
of how we
YouTube.
vote. But maybe you'll be able to get this luxury in order to enable you to go vote. Think about everything disenfranchised, marginalized black person has to endure in a day. So in a day, you need to get to work. If something
Wait,
happens to your
when you
car,
stream,
something
what do you
happens to your
stream
child
on?
care, if something happens to,
Twitch?
there's so many factors along the way that can send you into a tailspin as an American. And then you add on as a person of color. If you're just trying to get to vote and you already have to go through all of these hurdles and hoops in your everyday life, imagine the one day when your voice really is supposed to matter the most in this country. But then you also see all the times that you tried to have your voice matter, and then it's been shut down, repressed, told it doesn't matter. And then you're kind of like, what's the point?
How do we keep hope though? If I'm watching this right now, how do we as a people stay hopeful? How do we believe in the promise that these quote unquote
Says that you
forefathers
made
left
no
to us?
videos
Because have you met black people? By
on
by
Twitch.
by default, like hope is infused in our DNA. Like you know what I'm saying? Like by like if we haven't been broken down, be it through slavery, through
Give
capitalism,
it to me.
through
Give it to me.
colonization, through segregation, through I mean, look, the history of black people in this country is at one point we were 3/5 people. That was a written law. And look at us now. We are whole. We are Black Girl Magic. We are Black Boy Joy. We are creating. What I think about in terms of giving us hope, right? We're making a lot of people nervous right now, Carrie. We're making a lot of people nervous right now because they're like, dang, we put all these obstacles in their way, and these jokers are resilient. But that should give us hope. That should give us hope that, like, we can't stop to the school of Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag, Harlem shaking it right now. We can't stop. We won't stop. And I think that's our motto. We can't stop voting and we won't stop voting. We can't stop marching and we won't stop marching. We can't stop thriving and we won't stop thriving.
To that end, because you led me directly there, I've been asking everyone who's appeared on this platform, what does activism look like? And I feel like back in the day, we had an idea. Yes, it is marching. Yes, it is protesting. Yes, it is speaking out against things that we feel are not right or unjust. But talk to me about what activism looks like for Yvonne Orji.
Listen, activism, I think the beauty of activism is that it has many faces, right? You're going to have the people on the front lines. Like, you know what? Martin Luther King marched, but there were a lot of women who were in the homes like, hey, BT Dubs, when they come back, this is how we support all the people who are marching on the front lines. And we're going to be here doing what we know to do best here. And you know what? Somebody needs to bail them out of jail so that so now we need to be in the community, getting money or whatever it is. So it's like everybody has a position to play. And so play your position like a shortstop, bro. So whoever you are and whatever you do, play your position. So activism could look like, you know what? I'm not the one that's built to be on the front line, but you know what? My pockets go deep, so I'm gonna support the people on the front line. You know, I'm a comedian. Black joy is a form of activism.
There's always a call for entertainers or celebrities that have the platform to do something. Why aren't you speaking out? I'm not a believer in thinking that it's mandatory. Like you said, everyone can be an activist and be activated in different ways. But talk to me about the connection. Talk to me about the marginalization in your world and how you feel like it even inspires you to say more and use your platform to do more.
Beneath the surface of what we do, like Niecy Nash says, it's the who, right? The who is the person who's going to be like, hey, let me call this out. Either blind racism, in terms of overt racism, in terms of ways that we can be better, in terms of ways that we can actually be more uplifting to the community that you may not even realize that you're serving.
Before I let you go, talk to me about the urgency, in your opinion, for people to vote, our people to get out and vote this coming election.
Yeah, I mean, guys, nine. If you think you're tired now, I'm telling you right now, we cannot take this sitting down. We can't take this joking. I understand that it may be hard to figure out who to vote for, but at the end of the day, we gotta vote for our families. We gotta vote for our legacies. We gotta vote for continued progress. We have to vote for upward mobility. We have to vote for equality in a way that is long lasting. And if we succeeded before, we can do it again. You talk about the whole. This is the time. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to pretend away that we haven't made progress. We have. There's still much more to be done. And you know what? We might have to get to a point where we pass the baton to our children and our children's children. But we still have work to do now for that generation.
Hello?
You are everything. You are Molly, but you are not Molly. But I love you so much as Molly on HBO's Insecure. You are an amazing podcaster, Jesus and Jola. Shout out to Lovey. And then we also have movies. Like you, the world, you're a model, a cover model. Also, wait, don't let me forget your hugely successful stand-up comedy special on HBO. Girl, you had it all. And I am so grateful. You're truly the dream, not just the American dream. You're a black girl, brown girl, do it all dream. Immigrant dream, everything. You are a beautiful, beautiful soul. I really, really mean that. Yvonne Orji, ladies and gentlemen, nothing but the best and excellence personified. Thank you so much.
I love you so much.
Wait, that's the end of it?
So Atlanta has been one of the hotbeds in terms of political unrest and social injustice. We've seen so much happen in the city, and we've also seen so much.
I checked your subscription to see if you subscribe to me so I could subscribe to you back. It says that you're not.
What? What?
It says you're
Come on,
not.
I'm Noah. Never mind, I'm Noah. I'm middle.
Oh, you're his little brother.
Yes, I am. My name is Noah. What's your name? I don't know, like, my brother's name is Maddie, but okay.
I was like, it's very obvious I'm white and I'm
Okay.
in black culture and I'm benefiting financially off it. So I
No,
feel
I
like if you're a
am right
white
now.
person financially benefiting off of black culture, you have to put finances back into black culture. It's that simple. The screenshots with your feelings, it just comes off like fake empathy because it comes off very dismissive and very oh, that sucks for y'all. But anyway, back to what I was gonna say.
Have you felt that way always, or is it now because of the time of where we are in this country?
I've always had the feeling. I think now it's
What
just
happened?
Are you
obviously
sure you
elevated.
don't want
There's
any
a
more?
new level and there's new, it's to the point now where you can't. First of all, you can't not say anything. Second of all, though, I just think saying something isn't enough anymore. I think
Mm-mm.
if you have the
You're not going
ability
up
to
there.
put money back into a culture that you're financially benefiting from, you have the ability to, you should.
It's interesting that you talk about it in that way because some people
Have you
say
been watching this from like the
silence
beginning?
is the best way to go because
Mhm.
it's hard to talk race, especially if you're
What they
white
do
or
at the
you're new
beginning?
to black culture. People just feel as if they
They're
can't
still
talk about
talking.
it. They feel awkward. They feel as if they don't have the privilege
They
or
were
the
just like
influence.
normally
Mhm.
How do you find
talking,
yourself right now in
like
terms of
nothing happened. Like it was the
interacting with
middle of the
people? I
thing
want to
or
talk to
something.
you about
Mhm.
social injustice, police brutality, what's going
I'm
on in this
almost done with my whole entire
Well,
popcorn.
first of all, picking and
The
choosing
movie
whether you're going
hasn't
to go
even
silent
started.
or not about race, that's a privilege in and of itself. But no, I mean, I try to just do my best to um,
You're not gonna
listen
watch it,
to
Adrian?
the black people
You're
around
not
me
gonna
and
watch it?
and the educated black people I have in my life.
Okay.
So I do my best to not act like I have all the answers for everything, especially in a culture that I'm not from. But that's why when we decided to raise the money for Black Lives Matter organizations, when we raised 500,000, we got on the phone with some of the women who started Black Lives Matter. I got on the phone with Tamika Mallory. I was on the phone with Sharon Civil and talking with my friends to make sure the money went to like the correct places, and people who really needed it. It's just about listening. That's all. It's about listening.
Let's talk about that for a minute because the way I think of activism for me, it looks very different. It's not necessarily just protesting on the front lines. I think that's great. But what about being an activist in the way in which you have decided to
Don't
do it?
mind the
What
background.
inspired you? What did it look like? You said you raised
I
money
know, I
for
know.
Black Lives Matter. I
All I
need you
hear is
to walk
laughing.
us through everything that you did and how you find yourself in this moment right now.
So for me, it was 3 years ago. I had like a string of festivals, and I decided that I was going to wear T-shirts with a message on them because I figured, what better, what better time to use a platform than in front of a bunch of people. So one of the T-shirts I wore was, "If you want to change the system, speak up. White silence is pro-racism. The whole thing." And it didn't really it kind of got swept under the rug back then. But when all this stuff started happening again, and it's been happening, the police brutality against innocent black people, I was like, man, I'm not the biggest artist in the world, and I certainly don't have the most white fans in the world, but I got a good amount of people that I can definitely mobilize and turn into some money. And I know they're down for the cause because it's merch, it's a good thing. And I've always been outspoken anything, And so, how am I going to be in black culture and not be outspoken about racism?
And then I got to ask you this because you grew up in Atlanta, so that gives you a heads up defending for some
Yes,
people because
thanks.
you're in the heart
Please.
of that beautiful black city where there are so many wonderful black leaders, home of so much great music and things that
But
center black culture right
why
now.
are we even
And we
watching this?
are really, really getting our word
I have
out,
no idea.
especially with this platform
And
today,
it's so weird
because
when you
we
zoom in.
must use our voice to vote. Talk to
Like
me about
you're
what
not
the
pointing a
activists voted
weapon
for
or
in this
anything.
upcoming election.
You just like zoom
Yeah,
in.
so full transparency, I had never voted before, ever. Um, and because I was one of those people who was like, my vote doesn't matter,
How do you record?
and I don't know, maybe it's because I was
Like
younger, maybe
on
it's
your
because I really
PlayStation?
thought that, or I don't know, but I just
You
think
press
that
the share
it's
button,
got to,
and
The
it
well,
shows
share button?
broadcast.
this is a bit of a privilege to say
Mhm.
it's got to
You
a
press it
certain point for
once,
me because it's been
it
time.
shows broadcast settings
I think that
or broadcast.
the young people need to get
Mhm.
out and
You
vote
press
because they're the
yes,
ones
and you press X.
we never
Twitch
get
or
to
YouTube?
vote. But
Choose whatever
we're
you're
the
gonna
future,
stream
so
on.
it's like, look, we got to go out there
Mhm.
and vote. And then whatever happens, happens. But at least we did our
You know what did it say?
You gotta do your part.
It says, wait, it says please wait, it's like loading. Okay.
Your fans saying, because of you, I'm voting.
You done?
And there's something beautiful about that. But I want to know
No.
why now for you. Why
I need to log into it.
and what hit your spirit to say yes?
I'm not doing that right now though. I just
Honestly,
wanted to.
because I think that George Floyd really woke up a lot of people.
When is the movie gonna
including
come?
Myself, who I was vocal and outspoken about racism. I put it in my lyrics. I put it on T-shirts. I would talk about it in interviews. Like, you know, I was vocal about it. But that video in that moment, I think me along with a lot of other people just kind of was like, all right, like words are simply not enough anymore. We gotta do something, whether it's raising money, whether it's voting or all the above. Like we gotta do something, you know. And I'm ashamed that it took that for me to be like, I need to raise money and I need to vote. You know, it's a shame. And I don't know, I guess it snapped a bunch of people out of it, you know. And even if you were vocal,
Wait, why does it say party movie in like
put your
3
money where your
minutes?
mouth is. It's time to go vote. You know, it's time to just stop talking about it and be about it. You know, and it's been time for that, but like I said, you know, I'm ashamed that it took me this long to actually really be about it, but I'm here now.
So Russ, we all know that this is going to be your first time voting. Tell me what that experience is going to be like for you in terms of what you're excited about.
I think, you know what it's going to do for me? It's going to let me know that I'm contributing to something bigger than myself, and I'm actually putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm being about it. Because, you know, for so long, and I know I'm not alone with this, but, you know, standing on the outside and just screaming about this and that and this should change, and it's like, all right, but did you vote? You know? And so you know, I know it's gonna feel good to know that I played a small role, you know.
Party moving in 2
I think
minutes?
the mentality of like, my vote doesn't matter needs to be changed to my vote, albeit small, does matter. It's a role I'm playing, and if I play my part and you play your part and he and she plays their part, then we make a difference. But you know, it'll feel. I have a feeling it's gonna feel very bigger than me. And I think when you realize that giving actually feels better than receiving, that's when you start wanting to do your part and contribute. So voting is an easy way to give. You know.
To whom much is given, much is required, and you've been given a huge platform. We are so grateful for you, Russ. Philanthropist, artist, community activist, first-time voter. We appreciate you for doing this.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
So cities like Atlanta and Chicago have been at the forefront of the discussions, especially now in this country when we're talking about COVID-19 and systemic racism, as well as police brutality and what we can do in this country. Again, we're continuing our conversation, letting you know that your voice is your vote and your vote is your voice. We can change where we are in this country. Currently, I'd like to welcome in Chicago Cubs right fielder Jason Heyward. I appreciate you. I brought in Atlanta and Chicago because I know you grew up in the metropolitan area of Atlanta, more specifically McDonough, let's be technical. And you have been very vocal throughout this entire time in terms of what our country's been experiencing. Let's look at the past month and a half, if you will. What has been the hardest thing for you to deal with?
The hardest thing for me to deal with, Carrie, this last month has just been going from the virus shutting everything down to us being called to action. We've had multiple police brutality situations. We've had people protesting, wanting to get the message out. But I really realized that I need to be a part of
Yes,
it and make sure that doesn't get lost in all the chaos going on. For people to actually hear from a reasonable, respectable person who cares about everyone involved.
A reasonable, respectable person who cares about everyone involved, which leads us to More Than a Vote. It is a beautiful collective of Black athletes and artists. You are a part of that. Talk to me about why that's important for you right now. You want to be a part of that collective.
I'ma stay here and watch the movie.
it's important to be a part of that because I've somewhat used baseball in my craft as an excuse to not get more involved in hope. But I can't any longer use baseball and work as an excuse not to get educated and not also
I'm not going back to
show
lobby.
people like at any moment in time, any walk of life, we can make a difference.
I have no idea what just happened.
I don't know.
You got kicked out.
Why?
It ended. That's why. Change it to squads or something.
It says we the people and X more than a vote.
No, just change it to squads or something. It ended.
If it replays, if it shows a movie, then I'll stay in it.
Why
If
though?
it doesn't show the movie, I'm end the live stream and I'm gonna play squads with you guys.
I don't know. It's good. I don't think it's gonna replay. At least I don't think. How many subscribers do you think you're gonna get in a year from now?
Probably 0.
At least 2. Well, you have 40 some right now, so small channel.
Let's see.
I don't think this is. I think this is gonna. I don't think this thing's gonna replay. I think it's just not. No, it didn't replay. It's just from where we left off. So it didn't restart.
From where we left off?
Yeah?
Jason, you said you think it's sustainable. That
Wait a minute. Wait, aim? Aim?
that this can be something where you're feeling more
They
comfortable,
can
feeling more
aim?
safe to share how you feel
I
about
am.
social injustice and
And then press square.
what are you doing right now in this moment
Wait,
with
what?
your platform to help change
Yeah.
how you look at voting, educate the culture and the community properly?
Well, first what I'm doing,
What?
joining like more than a vote.
Yeah, it says focus. Like a very tiny focus if you look closely to the right,
Trying to create a
near the corner.
something that's not just about the election.
I literally,
Getting educated for years to come and figure out where to vote and how to vote.
I
Okay,
keep on
so
going, where does it focus at?
Different demographics and
no, watch. Press square when you aim and then it just focuses.
I feel like now, like we talked about, it's finally the time to show people that you can use your voice.
While you're aiming.
You don't have to be afraid. And to me, that can help someone, help a kid growing up. He can see me, he can see other guys that did it in the video we posted saying, hey, this is what they're standing
What's up?
They're speaking up
What's
for
that?
these things, and it's okay to want to play baseball.
What
It's
is it?
not lame. It's not something I have to be as afraid of
Huh?
as I was before. So I feel like that's
Oh.
important. I have a younger brother
Oh.
as well. He's 24. He also plays baseball. So I've got to lead by example. I can't just always, come up with a good answer that sounds good on TV. When I get asked a question on, what do we need to do to make changes? So I'm joining up here to make sure that I take action and get educated myself. For one, so many people I feel like in Atlanta, they're on the move. Well, when you
Fine, you watch TV.
have to do it by sign up for that absentee ballot, then you have to.
No, I don't think so. This is boring. I'm just doing this because my friends are in it.
Personally, they didn't send that back until it was too late. Right? You didn't get it in the mail to the address that's in Atlanta.
What am I supposed to watch? It's like a news article or something.
And then from other friends and family who are still in Georgia right now, I just hear about them being held up for too long and trying to get off work. We know how it is for any family, but let alone a black family in the city or in the suburbs trying to take care of their family and trying to provide for them. You try to get off work, and then you're like, wait a minute, you start looking at the clock, it's like, oh, this is not going to happen to me, right? And so I saw, Mayor Keisha Bottoms, reach out via social media to people and say, hey, I'm going to address these issues right now. I need y'all to stay in line to cast your votes. Keep hanging in there. So to me in Georgia, that's what that looks like.
Well, it's interesting that you even bring that up because there have been all these images, specifically from Georgia, because that's such a battleground, where you see people, especially when it came to the primaries, doing whatever it takes. And this is real-life voter suppression that you're talking about. It's been happening for decades. It's not fake. What you're saying, these examples of sending you your ballot too late after the fact or shutting down the polls at 6 o'clock while people still are in line, that's a real-life issue. There needs to be some type of change, and I think that what we're doing right now is fair. But the idea of voter suppression, do you think that is well known, especially with folks, within the generation, your generation?
I think it's known in our communities, right? I don't think it's spoken on enough. I don't think there's been enough light drawn to it. Bring it to light. Let people hear about it. Let people learn about what that looks like. And get more people to say, okay, look, this is going to happen. We have to respect this.
I'm at the live stream here. This is boring. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Peace out.